Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel, and welcome to your reading. Today we're gonna be doing a pick a card or pick a pile reading, and in the time that I'm recording this, I've already done the reading for each of you, so these are the cards that came out for you, and please take your time, tune into the energies, see which one resonates to you. Also, I just wanted to take some short time to talk about the crystals here. I have got them quite early on in my spiritual journey, and these are not yet sustainably sourced. So I had them before I realized there was an option. And I'm gonna still be using them today because they are already here with us, and I am not gonna let them go to waste. So they're gonna be helping us with learning today. But if you are interested in, sustainably sourced crystal options, please do feel free to look into that. Maybe you'll find that quite interesting as well. And yeah, I'm gonna let you guys tune in for a while with your intuition, your inner voice, your guidance, and the universal energies to see what the loving frequency of Mother Earth and the universe has for us today. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna give you some time, and we can get started right after. I'm gonna leave the timestamps below as well. If you have already found your pile, go ahead and click the timestamps below, and we're gonna be starting the reading, starting with pile 1, okay? All right, have a good day and enjoy your reading. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. If you have chosen this pile in the time that I'm recording this, I'm going with the flow as I have said, so we are going to be picking the oracle card after this. But Spirits has guided me to this deck for you, and the anchoring objects that we will be working on today that you have picked out is the lotus, and this fluorite crystal. With these two objects, the lotus to me is like rebirth, spiritual awareness, spiritual ascension, and growth, enlightenment in your spiritual realms. And probably this having the little lotus leaf here, kind of spirits are telling me it's the flow of your spiritual ascension is what might be important here. And with this fluorite crystal, like I have said in the introduction, my crystals are not yet sustainably sourced or ethically sourced, because I found them before I was aware that there was the option of being a sustainably sourced crystal, but I'm not gonna let them go to waste. So they're gonna be helping us with learning what we can today. And with this particular crystal, personally, I've anchored this to the universal energy, the Gaia, Mother Earth frequency. So that's how I've been using with the fluorite crystal for myself. But it also talks about creativity and just the energy of creativity. So maybe that frequency is important to you right now. And whatever you resonate to it, however you anchor to this object, is personal to each and every one of us. And if you have knowledge in crystals and how they work energetically, or how you use it personally to enhance your own growth, spiritual journey, maybe you will know more than me what this fluorite crystal means to you and the message that it comes out for you. So let's start the reading. I'm gonna put these objects here so you guys can see them as well, and maybe something's gonna come to mind. Okay, let's start the reading. This deck that you have chosen is the Siamese Tarot. So it's a deck from a Thai creator from Thailand, and I'm Thai, so I wanted to have this deck with me to, you know, study the traditional art and kind of honor my lineage. It was created by the artist here, Sukit P. So in Thai, that's Kun Sukit Pakdi Dindan. So thank you very much for creating this beautiful, beautiful deck, and for you know, the artists supporting the Thai artists, you know, in creating some new art, because we don't see a modern mix this often, and this one really resonates to me, so I wanted to keep it. So maybe if you picked out this particular deck, it might be because you're working with your local spirit guides, local source magic, and to me, magic is the frequency of love, right? For me, what I set intention on is unconditional self-love. So maybe if this tarot or this deck is calling out to you, is spirits are saying you have the universal energy and your own spiritual path in this flow. Maybe some of the looking at your lineage might help in understanding why you are in this current frequency. Sorry, I just took a sip of water. So let's see what comes up today for your pile number 1. There we go. King of Swords. Okay, this just flipped out. The Chariot. Oops, that flew out. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. Let's see the energy. I'm going to move that aside just so you guys have a clearer view of everything. Okay. So, with the King of Swords, you might have been making a very quick decision, but one that you have made because you're quite sure of yourself. You know why you're making that decision. And the sword, if you see, it's being held in a very gentle way. So whatever the decision that you had to make, you made it with consideration, with compassion. And spirits are giving me a message that the decision that you have made to really honor that choice and respect it, that your decision was made for yourself and for the best, for the love in your own heart. So respect it, right? And with this Chariot here, you see this figure, this man, who's in like a traditional Thai clothing, like a very ancient kind of style of dressing, and another man who's in another bandwagon, kind of like having a peek at him. So what this card is saying is you're going to be victorious. Your decision here is one that will bring forth a growth in you, and this is going to be an accomplishment here for you, because you're going forward in a way that it doesn't even matter if other people are looking at you from behind your backs, or whatever they're saying behind your back. That is okay, because you are holding the rein here. Like, you are controlling the direction of your own life. Well, not controlling in a sense, but you are following that calling. You are following that direction that is being divinely led for you. That is your spiritual calling. And moving forward, because you have this sureness within yourself, and that belief, like what we believe is what is, right? So your belief system here is very important. It's a very strong, positive shift that you just made that has put you in a place where you see your victories, you see your achievements here, and all the hard work you've put, to a point where you're leaving the old energies behind. And that's why you're going into, this is going to reflect, what they're saying is this is going to reflect into your abundance, into your material realms, into your career, money, finances, whatever that pentacle suits entails for you. Because the pentacle usually means the 3D, like kind of the earthy belongings, our achievements in a career sense, in a financial sense, in a status sense. So that would also reflect from this victory. They're saying this decision you made is bringing you so much closer to this bigger picture path you have. You might be looking into, creating abundance for you, creating financial stability for yourself in the upcoming future. But because your mentality and your mindset has changed, I feel like they're saying you've been able to transmute the previous chapters before this comes into your frequency, right? So you've transmuted that, and what's happening is your energy is shifting. The old patterns, the old energy is being released, bringing you into looking at everything in a new light. So you're back into a place where you see the abundance around you, right? And you're starting to see, like, look at her. She is like having all these China imported goods, right? Because these are not from way back in Thailand. These would need to be imported from overseas. So like, she is in abundance. She has well-being around her, and she's starting to see it because her perspective has changed from looking around her so much, right? And just keeping the focus forward. And even if he needs to look back, what you look back and see is your own self making that decision for yourself. That's very empowering, right? That's why the energy is moving you into this new phase. Okay? Now let's see. I'm gonna put this here, just so you guys get other messages from looking at the anchoring objects. Right? Because this is the worldly belongings. And this might be saying because you looked inward, you prioritized your spiritual growth, and you reconnected and is led by the universal energies. That's why it's reflecting in your abundance, in the things around you. Okay? Okay, they're telling me now that I can just pick an oracle for you. Let's see what they want to work with. Yeah, they asked me to reach out to this, so it's the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And let's see what the goddesses and the loving divine energies of the female collectives has to say. And this oracle, I do really love it. It changed my life, taught me about so many things, to
from different perspectives of religion, if you're able to work on looking past the labels of how the world is right now, there's so many things that could give you wisdom. And this deck is that to me. So maybe the spirits are telling me to tell that story to you. I believe that, I know that some of you are meant to hear that. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna see what comes through. The Black Madonna. Our Lady of the Hermits, right? Hermits, going within, going deep into your own subconscious and doing the work, doing the transmutation. See, like I just said, you transmuted something from the previous chapters. So what it says here is, I transform pain and suffering into a greater capacity to love, right? You understood that phase before was just like a mini side quest for you to unlock a new potential in yourself. The more you expand your own capacity to love and forgive and understand, the more you're going to be able to give that love back to yourself, right? Because whatever frequencies are outside of us, we still have that resonating within us. That's why it brings in certain, certain events, certain old energies. But you now understand what that means. That means inner work time, right? Like, yay, inner work time, hermit time. And she's also holding the baby, probably a baby Jesus. I don't know if you guys probably know more than me because I'm not from the religious background. And that capacity to love has helped you gain a clear perspective that you made this decision from the king energy. You're embodying self-love. And that's why you had to make the decision to embody that capacity to love. Right? Now let's see if spirits have more to say for our paths of growth. Lala, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer. I am the author of my own story. Right? You realize that. You are the author of your own story. You are the driver of your own, wagon. You are the one but leading. You are the one leading with example, leading with embodiment, leading with you, trusting your own decision, holding the sword, the decision, the thinking, the logical mind, the patterns that we all have, but you understand it now and you're working with it differently from a loving, gentle, kind way. Every word I say becomes a prayer. They're saying to watch your manifestations because I feel that a lot of you here are very well aware and powerful manifestators, and sometimes when things come in, old energies like these come in, and we kind of let the momentum carry us, and it becomes, it's really quick, right? That words that we say, the things that comes out when you're in that moment. So they're just saying watch that a little bit because you are powerful right now. Diana, Queen of the Wilderness. The language of the natural world is a frequency of love. This is my mother tongue, right? Language of the natural world, right? The natural world. Language of love. You've realized that. You hold the sword now, but you're holding out of the love frequency. That's why the chariot is here for you right now. For you to see your achievement, for you to see your journey, and for you to see how far you've come. Right? And also because you transmuted that energy of pain and suffering, you kind of is now able to see that, you know, messages of love, words saying stories of love is what is natural to you. But you're starting to see how this spiritual flow, this spiritual enlightenment, the gain in wisdom and in your own fulfillment, like almost the cup suit, right? Spiritual, personal fulfillment. You're starting to see that this flow is happening for you, right? All of this is happening for you, and you're in lead here. And also that once you flow with love, the path will open up for you, right? Now let's see, I usually look at the bottom of the deck sometime to clarify some things, and they often tell me like things that we might have missed. And what you have here is the Justice card. And justice has been coming up lately for me as well, and it's just saying that whatever took place before, right now, and in the future is justified. It's divine justice because you needed to grow. It's divine intervention of balance, right? Maybe a lot of you things that you're working with is balancing your thoughts, balancing your manifestation, your power of love, your logic, your reasoning, your thinking, because the sword has to do a lot with our thinking when we're in our heads. And Justice card is almost saying like whatever decision you've made, you made it from your heart, right? He's holding the sword really close to his heart. And this gesture here, it's almost like for a traditional Thai painting. I often see this when you know they're giving merits back to the land or to the spirits or to their ancestors. You would sometimes kind of see poses like this in terms of representing connection or giving out love, giving and receiving love, right? And it's justice in a very relaxed way is what the universe is saying. Know that this is happening for you to bring what is your what were they trying to tell me? Please clarify. What you're worthy of. The gifts that you're deserving of receiving, right? He's sitting in a palace now. You'll be moving from this nine of Pentacles energy into this where you're sure, you know, and you're within your knowing that things are going to work out for you in a way that aligns with your highest good, with your highest calling. They're telling me to read from the book, so I'm just going to read this card because this usually it could be a key to unlocking a new path of growth for us. So let's see what the author has to say. Okay. I don't know if you can see this. I'm just going to read it to you. Justice, readjustment in life, balance in life. Balance in life, give and receive. So the balance in giving and receiving. And be objective and fair in views. So they're reminding you, right? When old energies come in, discernment is really important. And be in your knowing is really important. Look back to see how far you've come, the decision you've made, how strong you were, how courageous you were in embodying all this. But also balance it out, right? Balance it out. That's what they're saying. They're also in the guidebook here is like fair in views. So as you're moving forward in this chariot energy, also be aware that your perspective is everything. That's what they're saying. Your perspective is everything. And sometimes with justice, sometimes it comes out with it's a double-edged sword, right? What is just? It could be what is just for someone could be unjust for someone else. So they're saying just be in your heart, because you can't please everybody, and you can't have it all be in a way that other people want it to be, because they're riding quite a very different path, a different tool set, different vehicles to a different road, basically. So they are encouraging you to be in your heart, connect to the energy of the universe, focus and prioritize your spiritual growth, your expansion. Be in your knowing that your pentacles are coming. You're almost there. You're almost there. And in this energy that you might have to reevaluate in the upcoming future could also be because, 9, a difference between a 9 and a 10 is just one pentacle. Just one pentacle. So maybe they're asking you to transmute that, to release the lack mentality, the old patterns, the old mind frame of thinking. If you're always just chasing that extra one pentacle, when you have all these 9 that you can enjoy right now, right? So they might be also asking you to be in joy, play, have fun. And that one extra, one missing pentacle is gonna just come to you if you're not pushing against it. Reduce your resistance and receive, right? And if any of you are interested in that concept, for me personally, I find Abraham Hicks really useful in terms of reducing resistance and the art of receiving, the art of allowing. I think her explanations are very kind and gentle. So what they're saying is be in the frequency of love and be natural about it, right? And that last pentacle, that last missing piece in your worldly stability, in your financial stability, will just magically show up for you. Okay? So I hope you guys had learnings and resonated with this reading for your pal, and I'll see what other messages spirits will and the universal energy, the love frequency has for us in the future. But all the readings are timeless anyway. So if you find yourself resonating with any of the other pals or any of the other readings, then please do feel free to have a look at that, because time is a tricky thing, and sometimes I find myself looking at other tarot readings at different times in my life, and they have a completely different meaning. So and also because I had this in this arrangement so you guys can see the cards for yourself, just so if your subconscious, if your guides, your frequency has any messages directly for you, that's way better than what you're gonna get from me, because your own inner being and your own intuition know best what these information means to you. So I just want to say thank you for being here and hanging out with me today, and let's see what we can do for just to have fun, just to play next time when we meet. Okay, thank you very much, and love to you all. Enjoy and have a good day. Hello everybody, welcome to your reading. And if you picked this pal, we're working with the Mermaid Tarot. And in the time that I'm recording this, I'm going with the flow, so it's not going to be planned. Whatever oracle decks they're going to call out to work with, then I'll be picking that up later. But we're starting with the Mermaid Tarot. And the anchoring objects that you have picked is the seashell and a little whale shark. little guy. And for me personally, this is a very personal object of mine. It's my parents' wedding gift from when they got married. And we just found this, out of nowhere in the house, and it was still kept in a really good condition. So this is love. To me, it's like the Venus symbol. So Venus also symbolizes love. She works with the love frequency, beauty, seeing beauty in yourself, seeing beauty in others, seeing beauty through the eye of love, self-love. So that might be why some of you are called to this pile. And as for the little whale shark, to me, the sea creatures, especially whales, are symbols of intuition, but also at the same time symbols of the shape-shifting energy, right? Shape-shifters. So a lot of you might be reforming your identity, reforming the way you're looking at yourself, looking at love, or looking at the beauty within. And the love is going to help you create, shapeshift, and form whatever love and light and growth in your heart for you to shift into this new energy, right? With transparency, because that's what the spirits are telling me. And the whale's a little bit, she's a little transparent little whale. So so I'm gonna set these anchoring objects aside so you can still let me put it this way, so you can still see them, and maybe you'll connect to them while we're doing this reading together, see what comes out. And let's start with the reading. To me, when this deck calls out, the spirit guides would often ask me to look at the flow. So it's a deck I'm using personally to study the flow with the co-creating with the source, co-creating with the divine, co-creating with just basically letting go of resistance and releasing control, releasing manipulation, releasing self-constraints, and going into the unknown without having to pre-plan, without having to know what's awaiting in front of you. So maybe a lot of you are working with, being more at ease, being more spontaneous, being more flexible in your thinking, in your being, and in your loving, in your hearts, right? So we're gonna see what the deck has for us today and why it's being called out to you today. Let me just shuffle it properly so we can get started with the reading. There we go. Okay. Let me shuffle, and then I'm gonna start receiving the messages. There we go. So let's see which card comes out. Anything wants to just fly out. Oops, oh, this kind of did. Queen of Swords. This one's sticking out too, so 5 of Cups. Just one more card. Oops. Okay, 2 just flew out. I'm just gonna take 1. Ace of Cups. And since this flew out, let this be like our little clue here. Wait, actually no. No, spirits are telling me it's just, let me kind of, yeah, I think it flew out as for a clue, as a reason, for sure. I know that's gonna resonate to some of you, so let's see how this goes. Queen of Swords. You are, some of you might be working on being firm on your decision, on your decision in sharing, on your decision in sharing how much you know, sharing your thoughts basically, or letting people in to see what's going on in and what's up with you, right? Like what's up with you holding this sword. But you have that sureness because you're just gonna continue to share that energy, be in that energy of being sure, being divinely led, right? Spirits all around you. All these lights are like the energy that I sometimes also get in meditations or like downloads. So you are being divinely, you're being guided, you're being supported by your collectives, your spirit guides, your ancestors, and that is why you're holding a sword in such a sure way, right? In a way that expanded your understanding of everything, the crown chakra, right? So a lot of you might have understood how this flow works, and you've made the decision to want to learn that flow, to want to be in that flow and embody the Queen of Swords, where you are now in more understanding of the way your thoughts work, in the way your own logical thinking works, in the way your reasoning or your patterns, your old toxic or your old patterns, programs that we picked up through our whole lives work. So now you're holding that you know, that the capacity of your mind, the ability and the potential of that sword to being the sword that is working for you and not against you, right? And also with this Five of Cups energy, maybe even though you've had come to a realization and you were embodying this frequency, but there's kind of like the energies are telling me that you're kind of swinging back and forth between these two energies, right? And right now you might be here feeling gloomy and dark in this Five of Cups energy because you have swung back to that previous energy before you realized how beautiful this sword is for you, right? Or some of you might have come to this realization, and once you understood how powerful you are, how guided, how connected you are, you might find yourself re-looking back into your past to some certain situations that had left you hurt or had caused you pain. And because of this new understanding, there is a grief, there is a sadness that comes with it. But with the Five of Cups, see, grieving, you need to grieve that in a gentle, loving way, right? And spirits are saying they are helping you through this process, right? There's a lighthouse in the background. There is hope. There is a way forward. There is like a village there. But with the Five of Cups energy, sorry guys, my dog is like, she just passed by and she's just barking. Okay, so with this Five of Cups energy, the card is saying that look at the things that are still fulfills you. Look at the things that bring you joy and bring you that makes you come alive. Even though right now it seems like there are more cups tipped over, because the Five of Cups is always kind of like this, where the figure, the person is gonna be focusing on the cups that had just fallen over, while there are other cups there, like way behind her, and like a big path opening up for her. If she just went with the flow, right? Water. If she went into her subconscious, transmute, go with the flow, allow herself to grieve, be gentle and kind, right? To that space in your heart that you know needs healing. I mean, you can stay here and look at these cups take the time you need, but don't get stuck there, because there are other paths waiting for you, right? So this, the energies are telling me to also, maybe some of you are working with a certain level of, how do you call this? You know how our bodies can store emotions, programs, patterns, behaviors that we form through our childhood into our adult life, into a process of a person, a human, forming an identity, right? And that whole energy, that whole frequency that your brain was used to functioning in for so long needs time to be released. And it needs time and love and kindness to be transmuted. And it's going to be transmuted by you and your guides and your gentle side. It's almost like the shape shifting energy, right? They're saying this shift, you're gonna need, it will help you to refocus in this time, because you are shape shifting, you are changing, you are creating new creations for yourself. You are becoming the person that you know in your heart is right. Okay, my dog is just kind of going crazy, so I'm just gonna be back in a bit and kind of, you know, take her elsewhere, and we'll continue with this reading where I pull another oracle card. Just give me a second. Hello guys, I'm back, and my apologies for the interruption, but we're gonna keep going because we are here to go with the flow, right? That's what all this reading is about as well. So let's just keep going and continue with our reading. Ace of Cups, right? Once you release this energy, you're gonna start seeing how fulfilled you are. The Ace of Cups, it's all about emotional fulfillment, personal fulfillment, your satisfaction and wholeness as a person. So because you've shifted so much of your perspectives and you're swinging back and forth between the old and the new energies, once you allow yourself to work with this clue, this information the universe has given you, or it's almost like a divine intervention between two really strong, really positive energy that is surrounding you in this time right now, and this little pocket of space in your subconscious, in your mind, that could still be there, and it's calling you to release it, to work with it, to understand it, and to see this pattern once and for all. So this emotional state will be transmuted by you. And they've just given me a quote here. It's by Dr. Joe Dispenza, and what he said was along the line of, a memory without an emotional charge is wisdom. So whatever emotions that arises at this time, it's okay. It's there for you as clues, as information, to clear them out, to understand them, to give more love, more care, more kindness to yourself in why this emotion arises, why you're finding yourself in this old pattern. Because it could just be a physical level of, you know, like I was saying, your body store and remembers how it has been functioning on like even the autonomous nervous system, all of that, your brain, your chemicals, they work in a way that has been kind of, they've been keeping up things for you in the best way they knew how. But at this time, you're being given this door, this mirror, because spirits know you are ready. You're ready to see this in a new light, to see yourself in this mode, in this program, and move past it, transmute it, flow past it, or flow in a way that brings you wisdom into this this current energy that you find yourself swinging back and forth in knowing that you made the right decision, and knowing that you're going towards what fulfills you, what is going to bring you happiness, joy, and satisfaction, and one that is going to bring you spiritual growth, right? And purple energy is almost like the third eye energy, or the energy center of your pineal gland. No matter how you understand or how you label or relate to that, it could also mean that you're getting downloads, and you know from the information, from the delivery of all the messages that has been flowing in to your conscious, that you are going towards the right path, the right path. And they're asking you to look up, basically, right? Because you're looking down, you're grieving, and take your time to grieve. But also, once you're done releasing that grief, guilt, blame, look at that cup. Look up. Look to the side, where you look to your accomplishment, your achievements of how strong you have been when you found your strength. I feel like a lot of you might have found what was strength for you in a previous chapter before we move into this energy, and now the spirits are saying, look at those. Look at your own light, look at your own love, and how you were able to transmute and shift that all this time by yourself. But also be kind, because it's a lifelong learning, and there is no perfection, right? So it's a matter of perspectives here. That's what they're saying. And also, if you look forward, be in the now, and kind of be in your knowing that things are going to work out in the way that you want them to work out, in the way that it works out for your highest goods and the goods of the universe and all beings around you, because you are in your heart, and you're willing. I feel like they're saying you're willing to look at this, and you're ready to look at this. So once you move past this energy, you're going to start seeing the joy, the happiness, the fulfillment that comes into your heart once you release that old pattern that could be from like a body addiction of your brain chemicals for functioning in that way for so long, your emotions that had been stored in your subconscious for so long, that are being brought up to you right now, because a lot of times we suppress them with or without knowing. And even I find myself like 3 or 4 days after, and then like, oh my god, my heart chakra has been closed up, or like my throat chakra has been like not really opened as I normally would be able to. So, but they're saying at the same time, when you see, because you're starting to see things in more details with this wisdom, so see it from a place where these are new knowledge, these are new paths, new information, and don't use that knowledge as a self-sabotage pattern where you keep looking back for self-blame, guilt, anger, or things around you that you tipped over in a way that in the past, because that needs to be that release. It's going to help you in this journey of growth, in this lifelong journey of learning. And they're giving me another quote by Abraham Hicks, and I think what she said was along the line of like, because it's never been done, it could never be wrong, and because it could never go wrong, it could never be done. So don't be walking on eggshells here. Like, if there are informations that come up from the past, use that as a clue for your self-growth, and use that as a capacity to bring more joy, more love, getting ready to be ready, right? Like Abraham Hicks said, getting ready to be ready to receive, right? They are preparing you to get into that receiving mode, because once the resistance comes up, and it comes up for a reason, basically. Sometimes the universe brings you into certain frequencies, a certain situation as a divine intervention, because there are some stagnant or some residue frequencies of the old energies that could be transmuted and could be moved by you to create something new, to open up new space. That's what they're saying. Go with the flow, leave these behind, because they are excited for you in opening up this new space for yourself, that And once you do open up that new space, your manifestation, your creations, your what you have brought, what you have made a decision on, will start flowing in. And it'll start flowing in a way that brings you so much joy. So the receiving mode is very important here. You're getting ready to receive, right? Even with the card that fell out, the Four of Wands, it's almost like a new sanctuary for yourself, where some of you might be working on releasing past relationships, whether that will be, you know, with family, friends, loved ones. You're looking at your support system very differently, and you're looking out to the mountain, and the mountain to me is spiritual growth. The moon to me is the unknown and the subconscious realms of things, where we go in and do our inner work, right? So you're looking out to those as your path forward, knowing that you are able to rest and you have a support system, and that you can take this time out. You can take this time to reevaluate the bigger picture here, because you know, the cards are saying you know the path forward is success, is fulfillment, is love, is joy, right? It's being able to have a support, being able to like have a shoulder to lean on. Like they're just having a picnic, right? And look at her. She's human and he's a merman. So like, it's almost like a union, a new kind of chemistry, a new kind of relationship, a union, a creation of a new connection that, even though some people might not understand, or you even might not understand, or you might have had some previous I'm trying to find the words they're trying to tell me, previous limitations or preconceptions that, you know, kept you going back to this old energy and seeing things that are being are moving out from your frequency in a different light. Because what's waiting for you, it's the unknown, right? But it's an unknown that's going to provide you that rest, that easiness. So ease into it. That's what they're saying. Look at the bigger picture. There's so much more, and you are spiritually guided by the divine if you only do the subconscious work, right? You are shape-shifting. You are learning to see the beauty, the love that is surrounding you in a different light. Opening up to new possibilities, to looking at things differently. And they're saying, seeing the beauty in the unknown, seeing the beauty of the things that are coming to you, but you might not be sure of, or you might not understand right now. And also seeing the beauty in yourself, in the strength from love that you carry with you in such a kind and gentle way now, right? Okay, spirits are calling me to pick up an oracle deck, and I think I feel like they are calling out to this deck for sure. So it's the mermaid messages from the mermaid. This deck also comes out for me a lot when they call me to play with the deck. It usually is almost like a deck that is meant for a shadow work, but in very much relation to the flow. So of course, let's see what they have here. Oh, and look, no wonder they're calling out to it. Shells, Venus, right? The energy of the beauty that they want you to see. The beauty and the miracle and the magic that they want you to see. see what spirits can share with us, their wisdom, their guidance, and love. Oops, I won't fill out. Friendship, right? So some of you might have made the decision to, you know, cut off some friendship or relook at your friendship, rework your perspectives on friendship and relationships, right? She's holding that shell again. You're seeing the beauty you're holding. You're seeing how much self-worth you have. And that is why you've gained the strength. Knowing that you're supported by people who will understand you. So your perspective, the big shift that happened is probably about relationships, friendship, how you want to manifest a support system, how you know that you're worthy of an equal balanced friendship, or friendship that that embodies that same energy that you have come into, right? Give and take. The Queen's about give and take, right? Give and take of your, what are they trying to say? Give and take of your strength, of your perspectives. Share to those who understand you, and release what does not serve you, what no longer serves you. It might have served you in the past, but if it no longer serves you today, then something new can be created in place of that, right? Waiting, see? You're almost waiting for this cup to kind of just tip back, or like for them to fill up again. But no, if you pick up the new cups, of course you can find other cups in that big city, in that big kingdom, and with a lighthouse, like there's probably like tons of cups there, right? But you're waiting in this place. Some of you might be waiting because you know you need to grieve. Or some of you might be looking out to the horizon, but not taking the leap. Right? She's a mermaid. She's looking out in the waters, but she's contemplating. They're also saying with the color yellow, so maybe like crown chakra. Some of you are getting downloads and a lot of messages and guidance from whoever is working with you in your calling. And they're saying like, don't wait for the signs, because you've shown yourself how strong you are. And they have given you signs, right? Your crown chakra is at work. They have given you signs. So sometimes when you receive a lot of messages and signs already and things are not moving forward, the energy is not moving forward, and it seems like a stagnant energy, that could be behavioral shift, a change in the way you do things, or a break of pattern that only you can do for yourself. So let's see what comes after that waiting period. Re-energize, right? Recharge yourself. Once you start seeing this in a new light, you will feel re-energized. Once you learn how to be in this unknown with sureness, right? It's the unknown. You don't even know how deep in the sea she's going, but she's alive. She's looking with sureness, knowing that she's where she is meant to be. That's what they're saying. And no matter how deep you go into that unknown, there will always be clues. There will always be guides for you. So be courageous and flow into that unknown. Because to me, the unknown is always a good thing, because that's where we grow and that's where we learn. And the comfort zones, right? Comfort zones, only you can make the decision to leave it. And maybe this falling apart was divine intervention, because this is a big pattern that we've been holding on, that needed to be looked at. Okay, this came out, so I'm just going to place it with the Four of Wands. Trust, right? Trust that you're moving forward towards your own highest good, towards your fulfillment. Trust in the unknown, even though you don't know who they are, how it's going to work out, who they're going to be. But trust it. Trust it with your heart, right? They're also saying trust in the process. It might be one of the new skill that you're learning here, is to trust in this unknown. And as humans, we've been kind of subconsciously or consciously might gravitate towards a comfort zone. So it takes courage that you have to move past, to take this opportunity as growth, as learning, as information, as like a mini quest unlock if you're a gamer like me. It's like a side quest before you move on to tackle and receive your rewards. And what's really important right now is to trust this entire process, that it's happening for you, for a reason. And also allow yourself to see your future in a new light. Look out to the things that fulfill you, that brings you joy. And also trust that you can rest and re-energize. Once you move past this, you're gonna feel re-energized. Re-energized by this new connection, this new possibility that awaits you. Okay? I'm gonna put this here, just so if you guys might be getting messages from them as well. I also wanted to film in this way because I believe that you guys, all of you, have that ability to work with your own subconscious, especially if the tarot cards are, the representations are visually easy to read, and it translates energy quite clearly, emotions quite clearly. I know that you get messages from this, and it's always better than getting it from me or from someone else sometimes, right? It's the intuition, your inner knowing, your inner strength. That's at work here. Okay? They're asking me to read from the book, but let me see which. They're asking me to read the Four of Wands. So we're gonna get into the last message. Their spirits guides are telling me that there's a message in there for you. Four of Wands. It's good when things come together. You can relax and stop to enjoy life's small, finer moments. A beautiful full moon over a volcano. The gentle breath of your lover as she and he slowly melts into your side. Moments like these, quiet snippets of completions, are why we dream and have goals. This card is about the moment before the big event, the reflective part of the fire, where you can take a moment to gaze at all that you have done thus far. The four wands that form square offer you strength and stability. Your manifesting has paid off, and things are finally coming together. This card brings with it the first sightings of results, the prices in the physical world you have been slowly creating in your inner world. By taking a moment to absorb this small but significant phase, you allow yourself to create even more of what you already have. right? Things are coming together for you. So release this energy. They're trying to help you learn how to release and how to transmute this energy, because your manifestation are coming, are, what are they trying to say? They're actually surrounding you. So a shift in perspective would allow you to re-energize, would allow you to rest and allow you to enjoy the moment. What a beautiful moment this is, right? You're coming towards the Ace of Cups. The Ace is like, your fulfillment is like skyrocketing in this upcoming future. So take this opportunity, guys. Take the chance, take the leap, go with the flow, dive into your subconscious, go into the big ocean, the space where you know you can work with that shadow, with that stagnant energies, and be at ease doing it. Knowing that you know how to do this, right? They're saying a lot of you know how to do this. You have your own tools in doing this. So maybe you're being called to shift and move past this and get into this energy, to get ready to receive. Allow yourself to take breaks, get in the receiving mode, and see where that takes you. Because you have to trust yourself. Trust that yourself, your strength, your decision, your knowing is whatever you manifested aligns with your highest good. So trust yourself. Yeah. See the beauty in yourself. Send yourself love. Trust your heart. Trust that love energy, love frequency that you have within you. And move forward with joy, knowing that you are supported. Because sometimes the universe like gives you what you need, just not what you thought you want. Like not what you thought you wanted. So these 2 cups could be just what really fulfills you, or leads toward what really fulfills you. Okay? So that's gonna be it for today's reading for your pal. Thank you for joining me today and hanging out with me here. And I wish you like a good day, an amazing day actually. I wish you all an amazing day. And for you, in you going through all this, going with the flow, I know that the universe and the love frequency and the love in your heart would be able to bring you into transmuting and learning what's needed to be learned here. So I hope that reading resonated to you and that you had picked up some things along the way that helps you in this journey. And we are going to be meeting here anytime the universal energy calls out to us, and see what other messages they have to come through in the future. And if any of you are resonate with any of the other pals, like, of course, like time and space is a funny, tricky thing. Like, so if you feel resonated with some other pals, like, please do feel free to look at that, because for me, sometimes I look at different things from a different time, then it gives me, the universe gives me a completely different message. Depends on what receiving mode you're in, right? Once you get there into the receiving mode, things are going to work out beautifully for you. Okay? So I'll see you next time, and thank you very much. Bye-bye. Hello everybody. Welcome to your pal. Welcome to your reading. If you have selected this pal, the tarot deck that we're going to be working with is the Alchemia Tarot. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but it's a Japanese tarot deck. So it comes with a book, but this is one of the decks that I use to like read intuitively fully, because I do not read Japanese. So I believe there's a reason spirits have chosen this full intuitive deck is some of you might be practicing to trust your own intuition and to trust in the imagery, in the message that comes out from the cards, without having to reassure that by reading the book, by reading what's inside. Of course, if you feel like it, if you intuitively are drawn to reading it, that's also okay. But for me, I find myself sometimes when I read, especially when my energies are low and those doubts come back, it could be helpful to pick up one of these decks with where you don't have anything else to read apart from the imagery and the cards, right? So maybe there's a reason for that, for your intuition practice to, you know, that this universe has guided me to work with this deck for you guys. And our anchoring objects for your pal is one of this bouquet. It's a pin, and it has like roses and petals. To me, what the spirits was trying to tell me was, you are unraveling something. It's an unraveling, a peeling back, layers by layers, but it's a peeling back that will bring you to the core of your heart, that will bring you towards love and towards joy. And the color red, to me also with this red deck, is like the divine feminine energy. So some of you might be working with that frequency in raising your vibration, unpeeling all the layers, all the walls, all the resistance that you have within your heart and within your emotions, to grow something new, to create a new blossom for your own life, right? And the other anchoring objects that we have is the black tourmaline crystal. And I would first like to say this crystal of mine, this one is not ethically sourced and it's not sustainably sourced, because I got them towards the beginning of my spiritual journey to use them as anchoring objects. And I found out later that there are options for ethically sourced crystal, but there's a lot of details into that. So I'm not a professional. If you're interested, you can look into that. But I am also working on supporting more rock hunters and creators who are joyfully out there finding crystals or supporting a sustainable, ethical way of getting crystals. But of course, I'm not going to put them to use since they're here. I'm going to have them help us learn something good out of it, right? So, black tourmaline for me comes up a lot when personally I've anchored this to my personal journey. So with anchoring objects, if you're interested, you can search the art of NLP and see how that works out for you if you're interested in picking that up as a tool. But for me, I've anchored this to protection, and in a sense that, like, not that I need protection, but when I do feel that sense that I need protection, I'm looking for protection from outside of myself. It's a calling for me to look inward into that unknown place, into a place where what actually started me in trying to look for protection. Because oftentimes when protection comes up, there are some fear, some past fear, or even current energy that can be transmuted. And with the Alchemist Tarot, I know the spirits are helping us transmute that today with this pile. Okay? I've also heard that with the black tourmaline, there are associations with being in the now, being in the here, and I'm not an expert on crystal healing and what crystals do for you. If you're interested, or if you have that ability to understand how that works for you, that you might get a different message. But they're also reminding us to be in the now and looking inward into our own shadows, our own dark side that can be transmuted. Okay, so let me continue. I'm gonna put this anchoring, this little flower and the black tourmaline right here so you guys can still see them. And let me put this away just so it's not in the way. Oops, sorry. There we go. I've pre-shuffled the cards, but we're gonna be let's see what spirits want to say. Well, spirits, loving frequency of the universe, of Mother Earth, of nature. all beings of the etheric realms who are in alignment of unconditional love and love of self, love of that aligns with the love of the universe and the planet. The Fool and the Lovers. That's a good beginning. You're starting a new chapter. Oops. Whoa, that flew out. Here we go. Ten of Pentacles. Let me put the cards here. And just put it here. Yeah. No, that's gonna get in the way of you guys, right? Okay. The Fool. You're starting a new chapter, a new journey, a brand new journey, a very bright journey indeed. With the Fool card here, you can see that he's sleeping into like almost divine guidance. He's leading towards the path that's being shown by the light. And the cosmos, the world, some of you might know how to astral project, however you label that, but some of you know the tools and know how to meditate or to go into your own subconscious to clear the work that you need to do for yourself. And with that, with that knowledge, you're starting a new chapter. So you're taking that leap of faith towards the unknown, towards the divine, towards magic, things of the magical realms. To me, magic is the frequency of love, unconditional love, and we have that within our hearts. Spirits are telling me to tell you guys that scientifically there are proofs of the electromagnetic field around a human body, and that there's an electromagnetic field around the planet Earth. If you're interested in the research and the proof in that, you can find the links below. I will include it. They're the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And what he talks about, it's the art of manifesting, working with the energies around you and the energies within you. So it seems like a lot of you have that certain tools to work with the divine, with the natural energies, and within opening up your own heart. They're saying you opened up your heart to receive, right? And you're taking a new leap. And because you've started a new journey, now the lover, you're in the lover's energy. This is really, really uplifting, right? You're divinely, like I said, protection. But the divine says like, yeah, of course, like you're divinely protected, but you don't really need it because you have love. You have love in your hearts. And that the divine protection is just like extra bonus, right? Because the strength in you, the love in you, and the love within your support or your other significant others, your divine counterparts, is lighting up the way. And even for the lover cards, it doesn't even have to be love in a like romantic sense. It could just be self-love, unconditional love. You unlocked a new journey that's leading you towards unconditional love that you're going to be able to share, not to just the people around you, but also to the energy that has been guiding you. And because you're really resonating, you're connected to the frequency of unconditional love, you're moving towards the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles, like the extreme, not extreme, but like the flowing abundance. You being very well aware that you're financially stable, that all the career, all the achievement, your social status, whatever you hold or correlate to as your materialistic success is coming together very beautifully. Family, you have a family support here, right? And you're just sitting there in your heart, content, satisfied, fulfilled. But fulfilled not because you crave any of these at all, actually, because they're just floating around and you're just aware that they're there and that you're in abundance, in the now, right? In the now. But what he's looking at really is the direction of the family. So what next, right? Once you've reached this, almost like like 1 to 10. 10's like you can't. The pentacles are, you're very well abundant, but what more? And you have that knowing within you because you're looking right at it. So you're moving this new journey in opening up your heart, right? Unraveling, unpeeling, opening up your hearts, being in the frequency of love, looking at your abundance and your material world very, very differently, in a way that you know that it brings you joy, and that your enthusiasm and excitement to go forward comes from your heart, right? This is all opening your heart, holding close to his heart. Is there anything else? Oh, let's look at the bottom of the deck to see if there's something that we might be missing. It's at the bottom. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. The page energy is someone who's like a student. Not a student, but like someone who's learning. Someone who just acquired a new skill, a new ability, and is learning how to balance, how to hold, or even how to share that newfound knowledge and wisdom and fulfillment from love. How are you going to share that love? Because you know the pentacles all around you now, and your heart is full of love, and you're excited to start this new journey, but you're going to have to get a hang of how you're going to share it. Spirits are saying give yourself time to work with that, because it's a good time here and you should celebrate, right? 10 of Pentacles, a call for celebration, because the Pentacle, you sifting through the transmutation that you had to do to bring yourself into this energy and to go forward with courage into this love frequency, into your own nature. It's your nature to be in love with yourself and with everything around you, right? And once you get yourself to that place, abundance starts flowing in to the point where you're asking, yay, I want to start sharing. So share. Look at the protagonist. He's sharing, but he's also learning, focusing on how to share, on this new wisdom, right? The fish here is like also maybe a shape-shifting energy, because that's how I look at it. And you're shifting a lot. You've shifted from an old perspective, from your old self, from an old energy, old brain frequency, into this new place where you're going to start giving, start paying it forward with ease, right? You're embracing the wind. So the wind wash, right? Some people know what I'm talking about, the wind wash. If you're interested, you can also listen to the yoga or like I heard this concept from Satguru, but also I just use it for my personal learning. So if you're interested, try to look into that, the wind wash. It's like cleansing of the energy by nature, by the elements of nature, and the wind is calling out for you to be fresh, to flow, to soar, to float, right? The air elements. Be free in sharing. You are free. You have been freed, because the Fool is like one of those timeless cards, right? Suddenly a new chapter opens up for you. This is the number 0, right? It might be an unexpected start, an unexpected new journey, but your mindset is right. Your mindset is not right, but your mindset here is beautiful. It's a good time for you. So they're also saying in this immediate future, if there are things coming in that has to do with your finances, your stability, your career, Know in your heart that you have it all right now around you. If there's an old pattern of lack mentality that kicks in, know it. Go back to the place of how are you feeling? Be in the now. Look around. What's in your heart? And if you look inward close enough and transmute the shadow, transmute the old energy, the old belief, the old lack mentality, because those can be stagnant energies. And we form identities, beliefs, and restrictions for ourselves sometimes throughout our lives into adulthood of what society thinks, of what is expected of us from the people we love or the people we care about, that to some point you forget to look within yourself. That if you look within yourself, you see it's just a little shadow that needs to be released. And they're asking you, be in the now, feel it in your heart, and you will know. You will know how worthy, how deserving you are of all these beautiful energies in this time, because you have created it for yourself. You took the leap, and spirits are saying thank you, and they're excited, and they're watching you with excitement. They're happy for you. Okay, so now let me see what oracle card the universal energies want me to pick out to clarify this. Okay. They're telling me to just get the dragon cards. Wait, do you want this or the other one? No, they're telling me to get a different one. Let me kind of just tune in for a while. Yeah, they want me to get this. So for your pal, in the time that I'm recording this, again guys, we're going with the flow. So usually they'll just tell me which tarot deck, and then I'll just pick up whatever comes in the flow. So of course here, that's why this has just been picked up now, because I don't plan. I'm practicing my own flow as well. So let's just have fun together. So we're working with the Keepers of the Light. I love this deck because like it really challenges my own restriction in my thinking, in my labels, in the belief system, in religions, in just, I mean, shifting my perspective in receiving wisdom from anything or everything around me that resonates, and trust your heart, knowing that you're able to sift through that information for yourself. So of course, when things flow in, you know what's for you and what's not for you, right? That's all it. That's what this deck helped me a lot with, and also with the the union of the divine feminine and masculine, because I find it really hard to find one of the decks that has like male and female god and goddesses and legends and mysticism figures in one deck. And I've been working on, you know, balancing my masculine and divine feminine energy within myself. So maybe that's a calling for some of you to look into that concept of the divine feminine, divine masculine, and balancing that out within you, because it has nothing to do with gender. It's just the nature of the polarity or the different sides of who you are as a human being. So that could also give you some clues on what the situation means for you. So let me shuffle this and see what the spirits have to say. I'm not surprised that they call out to this deck, because they've been like all the red, all the gold. Of course they want me to work with the divine feminine energy, but they're telling you you're ready to balance both sides. The union, right? You're ready for the union. That's what they're saying. Because we can't have a polarity of imbalance in that sense. It's polarity is not healthy. And releasing that, maybe a lot of you, they're saying that you release that. That's why you're in such a beautiful energy right now. And you're ready to work with your divine energy. Magic manifesting. Isis, Let me kind of move so you guys see it in the light. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Right? You manifested this new beginning. You manifested this new happiness, this new fulfillment. From the magic that is love in your heart. The love, unconditional love frequency, and all of those in the universal energy and spirit guides, ancestors, collectives, all beings in the etheric realms that you're working with, right? You took that leap to work with them, and they're here to say thank you, and you're very welcome. That's what they said. Okay, let's see what they have to clarify. Also, Isis, guys. Isis comes up a lot with the sacral chakra. So if any of you have are working on stagnant energy of your sacral chakra, that could be what is beginning this new chapter for you, right? Finding happiness and love in your own femininity, in your own beauty, in your own like aspect, sexuality, all of it. If you're interested maybe in that card, maybe there's something for you. So I would encourage you to look up Isis and her story. She's also the goddess of I think resurrection, because she's the one who let me open. They're telling me to just open. I don't want to give you guys wrong information. Isis. Okay. By the way, guys, we're just going to be here as long as the universal energies want us to be here. So I'm just going to take my time and hang out with you guys, basically. Have some fun. Okay, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Okay, they want me to read this, so there are going to be some messages in there that resonate with some of you. Again, tarot cards do not resonate with everybody in the same way, because of course our natures are different. So they're telling me that this is meant to be found by some of you. Okay, so Isis. Isis is a strong, smart, and focused Egyptian winged goddess. According to legend, she was able to move from darkness to light and between the worlds, heaven and earth, right? Move from darkness to light. Whatever darkness you have here or even here, any fear, any guilt, any blame, any shadow, emotions, anything that hurts your heart, basically, you have that power to make it, to move from darkness to light, to move in a different space in your heart, right? For that reason, whenever she comes to us, she will help us move from the hell of our own fear into the heaven of our own love, right? The heaven of your own love, right? You found that sanctuary in your own heart. In your own heart, you unraveled and you found that love. Okay? She was also able to revive her lover Osiris from the dead. And this powerful allegorical story shows how she can help us revive an aspect of our life and a dream that we may have killed off with fear or lack of self-belief. With the magical abilities, Isis will guide us to bring our dreams into reality. Okay, let's see the extended message. You are moving into a space where your dream reality is becoming your outward reality. This is an extremely powerful time, and it's vital to keep focus on the highest good of all. You no longer want to relive your own history or feel unsupported. Acknowledging where you once were and how you have changed that situation around is a powerful focus to gratitude that will align you with universal abundance, right? Universal abundance. I'm also getting messages that with the story of Osiris and Isis, they're calling you. Some of you might be working on a divine masculine and divine feminine union on your counterparts or your partner, your romantic partner, and because you took a new leap into the divine, into opening up possibilities of magic in your heart, magic around you. Now you're being led to a place when your relationship has been transformed into a sanctuary, into almost like a little heaven in your heart, a place where you come alive, and not just you, but both of you, because you both have done the work, right? Both of you have done the work, have transmuted, and that's why it's manifesting in abundance around you. You're seeing, it's gratitude. In this upcoming time, gratitude is going to be key for you. That's going to be the key to opening you up to the receiving mode. If you're interested in the concept of reducing resistance and allowing yourself to get into the receiving mode, personally, I learned from, I picked the brains of many people, and I learned from Abraham Hicks, and also from Joe Dispenza. So if you'd like to understand how to reduce resistance, how to get your body out of survival mode and into creation mode, into gratitude, into love, into gratitude, into joy. Like Dr. Joe Dispenza, his teaching has healed me in so many ways that I don't even know how to begin. And I'm in no way associated with him or anyone who I've mentioned, but I'm just so grateful that pool of wisdom is there for anyone to choose if it so ever aligns with you, right? And what he said was, gratitude is the highest mode of receivership. So because you have found love and the sanctuary in your own heart, and you've transmuted that energy, you understand what protection is, why you don't even need it to begin with, and what it means when it comes up and it calls for you to transmute something that is saying in you that the fear, the offensive, or that past traumas, past emotional pain that has to do with your heart being hurt, or you opening up your heart and having that be a hurtful moment. Those are clues, right? Lack mentality, a closed heart chakra, fear of new beginnings, fear of success, right? These are all clues that you have picked up along the way, and you transmuted it. You've transmuted it to the point where you're now in gratitude. They're saying, hold this cup. Don't forget how far you've come, how much of the light and dark that's within you. It's always going to be a union, right? Like the yin and yang symbol. It's never going to be it's a part of us. To me, I always believe like I'm always going to be light and dark. It's just I'm always forever changing. And at a certain time, I'm more light than dark. Sometimes in the past, I've been more dark than light. Then right now, what am I? Who's to say what am I, right? But I know that whenever the darkness comes up, I want to learn. I want to grow. And if it brings more love to me and the people around me, or at least for yourself, unconditional love for yourself, of course that shadow, you love it. You learn how to love it in a kind and gentle way. They're also giving me messages that some of you might be doing ego work, so be gentle and kind and have gratitude of how far that ego has taken you. That so-called ego that has been labeled as almost like a dark entity, right? But it's always going to be a part of you. Love it. Love that side of you, because that's what catapults your growth. The unknown or the misunderstanding in something is always going to bring you more and more wisdom and love. Protection is in your heart, is in your perspective, is in how you look at things. And once you shift all those, you won't even have, you look at that fear very differently, right? What I know this will resonate to a lot of you in terms of what you mean by protection, shadow, dark side. They're asking you to relook at that too. They're actually saying a lot of you have a very clear understanding of what those concepts are. So hold it close to your heart, move forward with confidence. Have it, they're saying it's working for you. Have it be your best friend. Keep it in your heart, right? That it's a lifelong journey. Spirits are telling me to tell you that it's a union, harmony, wholeness, acceptance. They're forever changing you. Okay, let's read the little last part. So what they're saying was, acknowledging where you once were and how you have changed that situation around is a powerful focus to gratitude that will align you with the universal abundance. Discipline and commitment are important now. Consider that you are moving between worlds when you daydream or create visions and bring life-enhancing ideas into reality. Magic is manifesting all around you. This is exciting, right? What an exciting time. You've opened up to magic. Moving between worlds. Look, moving between worlds, right? Doing the work, going deep into your subconscious and opening up to full magic that comes from your own heart. Magic is manifesting all around you. It's so beautiful, guys. Look at all the cards that come out for you. It's an exciting time. I'm just so I'm just so excited for you. That's all. Because spirits are giving me all these very excited energy, like a genuine interest in what you're doing, and energy, and like they're saying go for it, right? You got this. Oops. Master Jesus, forgiveness. You are on the path of light, love and forgive. Further healing is possible at this time. Okay. Like I just said before, union of the divine masculine, divine feminine. Maybe some of you are working with family karmas, family patterns, and they're saying, the divine masculine is receptive, is open to this, right? It's already done the work. The healing is happening right now in the heart, and not just their hearts, because it starts from your heart. Once you hold that love, the love you have for yourself, for them, in your heart, of course that activates healing in their hearts too. That's how magic works, right? The love, it's like an online network kind of thing. Forgiveness. They're also saying forgive. Maybe that's one of the clues for you guys to start this healing journey, is to look at forgiveness. How are you gonna forgive and balance what you understand in terms of what the males and females are? Let me just put it this way. I know I'm trying to, spirits are trying to find a way to, the union, wholeness, it takes work from both sides. And that work of your balancing your toxic masculinity has to start from yourself first. Once you understand what toxic masculine is, what divine masculine is, what toxic femininity is, what divine femininity is, then you'll see the key in transmuting it, and it's going to move forward, whatever that frequency means to you. But they might be asking you to look into those concepts, because as humans we've got to coexist and in harmony, in joy. It's not just coexist, right? How do we unite? How do we forgive each other when you know that there's family karma, when you know that there's a karma of the land, let's just say things that happen as nations, countries, however you label it. How far are you going to trace back the blame? How far are you going to invest your energy in what's gone wrong? Because with love here, you've seen it in a new light and you know it now. That's why you have hope and you see this. You understand that both the feminine and the masculine has something to offer to each other. Only if you both pick up the path of love, unconditional love of self, starts with you, self from both ends. It will spread out to your family, to whoever you have on your mind right now. Right? Because even for Isis, like the story here is like she resurrected her divine masculine from her own love, her sexuality, her confidence, her love awakened something within her counterpart. And that awakening, you're seeing it so clear in this time. Appreciate it, be grateful for it, and continue to be open to receive more of it. You're ascending, your love is expanding, your capacity to love is expanding, right? And for the 10 of Pentacles, we have Commander Ashtar. Call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. I'm gonna read this to you because he's not a figure that we know from, like, say, a cultural sense. To me, I'm open up to all knowledge and wisdom that has the author has put in, or the culture or the belief system has accumulated for us as a species over time. I mean, you can just look and see what fits you, right? You don't like it, then you leave that behind. Look for something that suits your own creation, that brings joy and love into your life. 28. Let's see. Your reading's going on for a bit longer than the others. I think spirits have a lot to say to you. It's a very important and exciting time for you. It's a call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Right? Example, be happy in your abundance and your family will see it. Or the people that you are leading, working with. If you embody this fulfillment in abundance and this gratitude, gratitude is contagious. That's the thing, right? I think that's something I heard from I think Dr. Joe. Let's continue and see what we can learn from Commander Ashtar. Okay. Also known as Commander Ashtar, sorry guys, let me start again. Ashtar, also known as Commander Ashtar, is a multi-dimensional being who promotes truth, peace, and harmony between the planets. He is said to be an extraterrestrial but appears in human form, so that he can communicate at heart level with all those on Earth who call on to him. Right? Multi-dimensional, magical, whimsical. Maybe they're asking you to look past what you know, what is your comfort zone in what the human race has formed, and look beyond to the whimsical explanation of things, because you can always learn from other people's perspectives, even if it doesn't make sense to you right now, right? Let's see. Yeah, maybe there's also saying just broaden up your perspective. That's what he is calling out for, right? But also being your truth. He's said to be an extraterrestrial but appear in human form, so that he can communicate at heart level with all those on earth who call on to him. He is a part of the Great White Brotherhood, a congregation of light beings who work to bring healing to the world, and is a wonderful guide to those who are feeling the call to bring positivity, healing, and inspiration to those around them. He lifts up the hearts of leaders and inspires them to walk their path with complete integrity. Extended message. You are receiving a call to action, being asked to step up and create the change you want to see in the world. Divine inspiration is all around you, and Ashtar and his legion of cosmic angels are standing by to offer you loving support. Know that you are being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back, right? When we were talking about ego work, right? It's a lifelong learning, so take it easy. And they're your best friend, right? Know that you are being encouraged to be honest, assertive, and true in a loving way. You may feel your ego trying to hold you back, but know that when you take the first step, the next one will soon follow. Take some time to connect with the universe by looking up at the stars, knowing that there are loving beings of light gazing back down on you. You are not alone. Right? All right. So like I'm saying, you found the love, you found your calling. You started a new chapter because you understand now how powerful love is, how magical love is. And you're being called towards more. What's next? Pentacles, cups, right? Fulfillment, spiritual journey, spiritual growth, inner knowing, inner fulfillment, and that's just beyond your material world. You're being called because you have it and you know how to share it as well. So you're being called to maybe start sharing that, start embodying, right? Like he said, embody your truth, embody your love. Lead by example. Be in gratitude. Lead by example. Start giving. Take it easy. Right? And you're moving towards your calling, your highest goods. Because this card comes up to me sometimes when in like a particular energy like this, where you're in alignment with love. And they just want to reassure you and give you encouragement that you're on the right path. Path of healing, a path of rebirth, a part of growth, a path that will take you towards your calling, for you to be fully connected to the frequency of unconditional love that is surrounding you and planet Earth. They're asking me to pull one more for the Page of Cups. Yes, feel well. Radha. Soul Flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. Right? These are like confirmations after confirmations. What a beautiful time. Sorry guys, I'm trying to like avoid the glare, but it just follows me everywhere. Yeah. Soul Flame. You found that energy that ignites you, that brought you to life. And not only you, but your loved ones, the people around you. You ignited that. Lotus, knowledge, ascension, spiritual unfolding. And they're saying you've really rediscovered that lost part of yourself, that love that you have within yourself all along. It's now shining through. And that's why your perspective is shifting. Even you look at your relationship differently now. You look at your money so differently now. Only because you made that, you transmuted that. They're saying like a job well done. They're saying what a magical unfolding journey you just went through. And they're sending you energies of love, joy, gratitude from their side as well, because they're all helping us from the other side, right? The etheric realms. And I really do believe that their keen interest in us when you're on the right path, when you're doing from a place of love that's serving the greater goods, and it aligns with the call of where Mother Earth want the beings to evolve as a species, as a whole organic we're planet and all beings, right? You are in alignment. Brotherhood of Light is talking about divine masculine. Some of you have been working really hard to balance that toxic masculinity within you, and the hard work's paid off. They're almost saying like, welcome to the brotherhood. Male or female, it doesn't matter, but you understand why it was so necessary to move past toxic masculinity within ourselves and pull out the blame, take that out. Even in a situation that you don't see it, take time to transmute it. And once you understand how that vibration is still in yourself, then it touches lives. It heals not only you, and it brings you towards the cup now. A new journey, a new spiritual unfolding, a new magical realization. You're soaring. Like they said, goddesses of wings. So like you're flying on your own. That's what they're saying. But also the wind beneath your wings, like the song. Maybe there's a message in there for some of you. That's why they told me to use that metaphor. The wind beneath your wings are all your spirit guides, the higher consciousness, your higher self, your inner self, the loving energies of nature, of the universe, of all souls and beings, spirits, collectives, ancestors. Those are the wind beneath your wings. So now you can fly with love, fly with joy, fly with abundance and gratitude. And you'll give with ease. And you'll learn how to give with ease. Harmony and healing too, right? It's a beautiful time for you guys right now. Okay? Look at this, guys. Roses. Rose, like I said. You're peeling layers of yourself to finally open up your own heart more and more, expanding that capacity to love, look past the material things. Of course, enjoy it, because we all have the rights to, we all deserve abundance, to the freedom in financial freedom, freedom to enjoy us being here in this space and time on planet Earth, the freedom to what they're saying, to have fun and to play and to have room with financial freedom, with a stability or well, I don't like to say stability and security because those has kind of like it can be interpreted, but freedom, right? Financial freedom. We're all deserving and worthy of receiving that. So once you unfolded you kind of peel the petals and open up to loving again yourself, the universe, and the people around you, where you're now, you found it. The key to moving forward is opening up more and more of your heart. Heart chakra, the heart energy center, however you label it. Okay. What a beautiful reading, guys. Well, guys and girls, but you know, I don't mean genders when I say that. I mean like all of you. But yeah, what a beautiful reading. And thank you so much for being here and for joining me today. And if there are any other messages that want to come through in the future, we'll be meeting again in this little pocket of space on my channel. And let's just go with the flow. We'll have fun and see how the universe wants to help us and give us clues to unlock new pathways, new mini quests, new side jobs, right? If you're a gamer like me. Before you move on to really unlocking your new skills, new magical abilities. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Might as well have fun with it. Might as well be a joyful one, right? Okay. Thank you guys, and thank you everybody. I will see you next time. Bye bye. Have an amazing day.